What up, nation? It's another Sesh Media Productions. Today is a sad day. And it's really hard to have an upbeat tempo when we got stuff that we're going on right now. Now, as a nation, it's not a big deal. But if you are out there and you're thinking just like me, how many times have you been inebriated, intoxicated, and you drove, you hit the road? How many times have you done that? I could count more times than I would like to admit that I've done that. Now, fortunately for me, I didn't kill nobody. I haven't got in an accident. For Ruggs, not so fortunate. Where are we at? Well, we know that he was driving at excessive speeds, over 150 miles an hour, which looked to be like on residential streets, or at least city streets, normal pedestrian taking streets, not the highway, not a freeway. Rainbow, I do believe it was. Back in the day, when I was a youngster, I worked off of Rainbow for Petco. It was right next to the AMC movie theater. What was the other street? I don't remember. But it wasn't that far from North Durango. Long story short, I just feel like I got a little, small connection to it. But somebody lost their life. Young lady, I do believe they said she was a 23-year-old young lady, lost her life. And there's really no way to go about this to try to defend Ruggs on this. There just isn't. There just isn't. And to me, it's not a funny matter. I see a lot of jokes going around and stuff like that. And that's, human nature. People are like that. Depending on who they are and their degree in which they feel compassion. But someone who lost their life, they're not coming back. Do I feel bad for Ruggs? Of course I do. But at the same time, this young man, had options. He had multiple options. This man has millions in the bank. And if he hasn't gotten those checks yet to make those millions, then, he should. He's already a second-year player. He should have millions in the bank. You got enough to afford it was probably a brand spanking new Corvette mid-engine. Have Uber pick you up. Lyft. A friend. You're drunk. I'm sure you could have reached out to Darren Waller or Max Crosby. Maybe you were embarrassed. I don't know. But I know you had more options. I know you had way more options than that, sir. I do believe the league has a program for players where it's free for you to get picked up in situations just like that, where you're drunk, you're intoxicated, you're under the influence. It's sad, man. It's sad. I just wanted to get on here and share my thoughts on it. If you're new, please like, subscribe. If not, get down in the comments. Tell me what you think. What's your thoughts on this whole situation? The other half of this, to me, is young men getting paid what they're getting paid. You really have to go through this emergency, apparently. Fire. Someone pulled the handle down. 5 minutes into my video, I was about to be done. but I'm gonna let it buzz off in the background. If you don't mind, I don't mind. It's a trip, dude. Young men getting millions of dollars. It's hard to tell the mind of a man at such a young age where they're at. You know, sometimes you run into people and be like, oh, that young man or woman is wise beyond their years. You know? Did they see that in Ruggs when they were bringing him in, or they just saw the big play potential? Who knows? 22-year-old young man. I don't recall how he grew up, what his life was like. Was he like on the same type of Josh Jacobs type level, whereas, you know, get it where you can, sleep when you can, that type of thing, living in car? I don't know. I don't remember. I can't recall right now. But that's a lot of money for a young person to have, and in the area that he's at. Vegas is all night long. It's 24/7. It's non-stop party time. Drinking, smoking. You can pretty much do everything there now. Shit, I think you can. Drinking, smoking, prostitution. Me at 22 years old with millions of dollars? I would have to say my experience in Vegas, minus, you know, hopefully the deaths, minus the deaths, my experience would be similar. I'd be riding around in a nice car with a chick, drunk, maybe a pistol. You know, I grew up around certain cats when you might need one. So yeah, I'd probably have that too. So it's really hard to, like, you know, be like, shame on this man. It really is. But at the same time, it's not, because, you know, you made a decision, a poor decision, and you're going to have to pay dearly. Someone paid with their life because of your decision. And now you're going to have to spend time in prison because you couldn't just make a simple phone call to have someone come get you. You're in that young mode, bravado. It's unfortunate. I didn't know how I was really going to come out and talk about this, but it's just all sad, and I did want to address it. Too bad for that young man. Tragic for the family that are now missing a daughter, a sister, an aunt. Maybe she was a mother. She could have been a young mother. I don't know. I don't have all the story about her, but it's just sad, man. It's just sad all the way around. And I guess this is just a precautionary tale to all these young men out there. You know, you're not invincible. And you're not without flaws. And it's okay to ask for help. Even if it feels embarrassing at the time, overall, it's going to help you in the long run to ask, to get that out, to extend yourself and get some help. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. If you're new, like I said, please like and subscribe. Share it with somebody else. Let the nation know there's another man out here who just likes to get a little high and talk shit and talk about his team. And because if you don't know who I am, I'll be frank. And I'll be frank about how I feel about the nation and about everyday life. And if you woke up well this morning, as you can see, if you've been reading the news, you have been given a great gift. And if you could share some of your gift with those that might not have, please do. Because there's a lot of people out there that need to be well, and they're not getting it. But there's enough to go around. So if you can, share. And until next time, nation, one.